Now we're coming up to Dandelion Square. This is the walk that we would make to get to the post office, or the restaurant, or the gym, or the bookstore, or Wilson Commons. On the right we have the gym, Kurgan Gym. And on the left is the bookstore, as well as Douglas Dining Hall. The clock tower of Dandelion Square. Residential quad is just beyond this tent. I don't even know how many buildings there are. Maybe 6. Could be wrong. This is a tent that was always set up for Mill Weekend. But I only went in there a few times, mostly for the midnight event. In Wilson Commons, with its famous glass wall on one end. The new building for art, digital arts, was just built this past summer, I would say. They were in the process of making it like last semester. Went in there yesterday. It was different, very different. The School of Education is over on the left. This was a new building that opened up my senior year. I went in there a few times to study, just because it was pretty empty. And there were plenty of rooms. So over here we have the rest quad, like I said before. Up ahead is the fraternity quad, where I didn't spend too much time there, but a few times I did go while a freshman here. Because going out with friends, that's what we tried to do the most, or do things together. Up on the left we have the post office in Todd Union. It also incorporated the theatrical arts, I guess. There's the frat quad once again. And I think I'm gonna go in through the tunnel system, if I can, through the back of Lattimore, at least what I consider to be the back of Lattimore. Yes, there does seem to be some construction here still. That's Lower Strong and Strong Auditorium once again. I may or may not be able to get into this. My ID doesn't work, so if I do need access with my ID, well, I have to find another way in. Here I had a couple classes as well. Actually, might need an ID. Oh, it's open. Sweet. I believe this was the ASL department. Right in here. This was the way into the tunnel system. So this is Lattimore. I did have a couple classes here. I had workshops. We had a couple philosophy classes, especially in this room. Lattimore Hall, room 201. Of course, the lights are out, so can't really see anything in there. All of these tunnel systems during the winter were very much filled. Especially in between classes, people trying to get to class. You can see people running through these tunnels to get to their class before they're late, even if they were late. Here's the painted tunnel, which leads over to Hoyt straight ahead. You take a right, it will lead you to Dewey. You take a left, it will lead you to Bausch and Lomb, as well as the Meliora building, which we've been through before. Every time after it was painted, it would just smell like paint, and it would just be hard to walk through. You pretty much just had to hold your breath the entire way. So now we're going to the bottom Memorial Hall, which just got renovated. It used to be completely different last year. And this is the new building that I was mentioning before. Just opened up this year. Actually, it is a pretty interesting building. The education building right there. It's getting blocked out by the sun, real. And that's Lattimore right there. Straight ahead is a bridge that will take you into Wilson Commons from the academic quad. So now we're going back to the tunnel system. I think it's a good idea that they connected all these buildings together with the tunnel system. It makes sense. If only they would expand it to all of the living or the residential buildings. Especially for the winter anyway. Of course, I typically didn't like to go through the tunnels. It's because I did not mind the winter. And now, since I've spent like 4 to 5 months in Florida, I am cold in 50-degree weather, which did not used to be the case. It didn't used to be the case when it was 0 degrees. It never was cold up here. But the weather down there changed me. Just not a good thing, of course. But I still love the winter, as well as the fall. So this tunnel here leads us into Wilson Commons, where Starbucks was, as well as the Pit. Even though they wanted to change the name to the Commons, I will still know it as the Pit. The Hive was also down there. This tunnel is very much used, and it'll probably get a makeover, as you can see. In all 4 years, it's never changed. But this was.
Can I ask you guys, are the tunnels all redone like this? Are the tunnels like the real tunnels that they still have?
The art library over on the right. I actually spent a lot of time here my senior year because of my art courses that I took. Most of my books are in there. We're actually inside Rusheries. This is all brand new carpeting that was redone. We painted everything around here as well. So this is the inside of Rusheries, at least the part that connects to Gleason and ITS. The Multimedia Center, where you could rent movies and I think listen to tapes, recordings and stuff. Didn't go in there too much. The Gleason Library, where a lot of students went to study. I didn't do much studying there. Most of where I spent my time was here at ITS. This was the place where I came to do work as well. Read and study work. We would just borrow the whiteboards. Calvin, Otto, Rom. It was hard to find a table here, especially right before midterms. Kind of had to come in here early. Well, I think that concludes my tour of the campus.